guys, so welcome to Village Life in Northamptonshire. This afternoon we're heading off to a garden theatre production, an amateur theatre production of Alice in the Garden, which I think is a series of sketches around Alice in Wonderland based in an English country garden. This is my old primary school, and we're just heading to a garden up the side of it. I absolutely love British whimsy and all the effort they've put into this. You have to greet the Queen of Hearts as you enter. Everybody brings a picnic and sets up on the lawn. And no picnic is complete without Prosecco. Whee! Welcome back.
For a Midsummer's Eve's party and theatrical festival!
Yay! Thank you. How lovely to see you all. Alice. A fantasy tale take, and with a gentle hand lay it where childhood dreams are twined in memory's mystic band.
Hurry, hurry!
Follow me. Alice ran to keep up with the white rabbit.
How late it is getting!
Which was now too high to reach. She tried and tried, and she soon tired herself, and she sat down, very disconsolate. There she noticed a box with a label marked "Eat Me." And the box contained some delicious cakes. Grow taller and taller again, so that at last she could reach the door, which was very slowly getting bigger and bigger.
Hey!
Unlocked the door and got into the garden. He was smoking a hookah pipe.
Who are you?
I don't really know, Mr. Caterpillar, sir. At least I knew who I was when I woke up this morning. But I've changed so many different times since then that I hardly know.
From the Queen, an invitation to the Duchess to play croquet.
Alice laughed so much that she hid behind the narrator for fear of being heard.
Because they're making such a racket in there, no one can possibly hear.
Well, what am I to do then?
Anything you like, I suppose. I shall sit here until tomorrow.
Oh, there's no use talking to him. He's perfectly idiotic. Oh, your cat's going like that.
It's a Cheshire cat, and that's why. Pig!
Oh, he can thoroughly enjoy the pepper when he pleases.
Wow, 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 wow.
No room! No room!
Oh, but there's plenty of room. Have some wine. Oh, what? I don't see any wine. That's because there isn't any. Oh, well then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it. Well, it wasn't very civil of you to sit down before being invited.
A large rose tree stood near the entrance of the garden. The roses growing on it were white, but the three gardeners were busily painting them red.
Oi, Five, stop splashing me.
I couldn't help it. 7 jogs my elbow. That's right. 5 always lays the blame on others. The Queen! The Queen!
There was a sound of footsteps, and Alice looked eagerly to see the Queen approaching with the knave of hearts and the Duchess.
The rules we play at croquet may seem to you quite ropey. The strangest game of croquet that we think you've ever seen. The players for their mallets use flamingos. To hit a ball you really need some skill. hedgehogs just try to hit the hedgehog. It moves away just when you need your ball to keep quite still.
Okay. Play!
Difficulty Alice found was managing her flamingo.
The tarts are the evidence. The judge is the queen.
Oh dear.
And there is the jury.
But what are they doing?
Where shall I begin?
Begin at the beginning and go on till the end and then stop.
Cards, I'm not afraid of you. Pack of cards. Pack of cards. You're nothing but a pack of cards. Pack of cards. Pack of cards. You're nothing but a pack of cards.
So yes, England is very well known for its eccentricity, and that was a fairly perfect example. Alice in Wonderland in an English country garden. So I'm just going to take a walk now, and we're heading down to my local pub for beer. Already had a lot of Prosecco, but now going for the beer. So when I was a child, that white building there used to be the village post office and shop, which has now just moved, well, many years ago moved down here to this house here, which used to be the surgery, and the surgery has now moved all the way up the other end of the village. So it's a bit complicated. A long time ago, all of these red phone boxes used to be pay phones where you could pay to make a call, but they've become disused over the years because nobody needs pay phones anymore. And so now they're just full of books. In many villages, they've been turned into local community libraries where you just leave a book and take a book, which is pretty cool. Good use of them. So it's 8:14 at night and it's still very, very bright and light. The sun's still high in the sky. It's crazy. So random fact about our village, but this is the old vicarage, and it used to be Canon Gibbs lived here and his wife Sarah Gibbs, and Sarah Gibbs was Lord Lucan's sister. So if you don't know who Lord Lucan is, Google him, because he was part of a crazy British scandal, and Lady Sarah Gibbs was Lord Lucan's sister and used to live at the vicarage. She's a big part of the village. Time for a G&T and a pack of pork scratchings, a British pub delicacy. At the bottom of our pub there's a wishing well, and when I was a kid this was open and you used to throw money and it used to go all the way down to the bottom of the wishing well. Because in the UK, if you see a wishing well, you throw money in, like 1 pence, 2 pence, 5 pence, and you make a wish. I think there also used to be frogs in there. Morning guys, so we had a lot of fun down the pub last night, still recovering from that. This morning we're heading up to the village hall because there's a local village fete and craft fair, and we're just going to go and have a walk around. Mum and Merrick represent the local bell ringers group, and they bring the handbells for people to have a go on. I managed to slip in a little bit of Rwanda. Cakes are always the best thing about these events. Merrick is also head of the local British Legion. This is a list of people from the village who died during the First World War. I did a video about Remembrance Day, which I'll link to below. This is quite a controversial signpost because our local pub used to be the Ward Arms, named after a prominent family. Then the name got changed and everybody was a bit upset about it. But now they're talking about changing it back again. This is the Brownies, which is a children's club in the UK, manned by Mary, my former brown owl. The local fire service were here showing off the engine. I got a bit distracted by a bacon butty. And a cream scone. These guys run barn dances in the next village over. First aid training, just in case anybody chokes on a crumpet. My favourite stall, the Historical Society. There's a gentleman in the village who's collected so many maps and books. There's a whole Facebook group dedicated to preserving local history. Apparently there's an entire Roman fort buried underneath the village somewhere. This is a reprint of the historical records, and here's the original. Lo and behold, it used to belong to Reverend Canon Gibbs, who used to live at the vicarage. I've never seen an original before. There's also a large collection of postcards. I've got a few of these myself. I'll link to them below. Here's GMADS, the local amateur dramatics group who put on Alice. They're displaying some costumes and props. I found this cute little map with cross-stitch of important buildings in the village. Here's the old post office. And here's the pub, back when it was indeed the Ward Arms. Time for a cup of tea and a biscuit. It's a very good biscuit. And after a hard day at the village hall, where else would we end up but the pub? It's such a beautiful sunny day.
Make sure they're not poisonous.
That was good, wasn't it?
Oh, well.
But hark! The sails on the parasol are flapping. What comes this way? These are steam engines heading to Hollowell Steam Rally, which we'll go to in a couple of days. I always loved this time of year as a kid, watching them go by. I still do as an adult.
Right, boys.
When I got home, I found this old Alice pop-up book. "Off with her head!" the Queen shouted. "Who cares?" said Alice. "You're nothing but a pack of cards."